Thank you very much, Dr. Walensky. I'd like to spend a couple of minutes talking about variants, which have recently been the subject of some discussion and concern. This slide shows the selected SARS-CoV-2 variants with the lineage determination on the right, the B and the C, and the new WHO Greek letters on the left. We're going to focus for the next minute or so on the Delta variant. Next slide. As you can see from this slide, this variant has become extraordinary in its ability to dominate among the isolates in the United States and worldwide. Note that in June, just a few months ago, it comprised about 13% of the isolates, whereas now it is about 99% of the isolates. This becomes relevant when one thinks in terms of other variants that are becoming of interest to people. Next slide. I refer specifically to the Mu variant, the B.1.621, and the C.1.2, which is yet to get a Greek letter determination. Very quickly, next slide, let's take a look at the Mu variant first. It was identified in December of 2020. It was detected first in South America, and it accounts for a large proportion of the isolates, for example, in Colombia. The reason it was brought to attention, it had a number of mutations that were of interest. But when you look at the effect of antibodies against these mutations, it is not a matter of alarm in that although it diminishes somewhat the protection, it falls well within the range of Delta and Beta. But importantly, only 0.5% of the isolates in the United States are Mu. And if you look at the lower right, you can see how Delta in blue dominates over Alpha in orange and completely dominates over Mu in green. Next slide. Again, the C.1.2 variant, first noted in South Africa, is not seen at all yet in the United States. And again, if you look on the lower right, the Delta dominates the Beta, which was the original variant that was in South Africa. And again, the C.1.2 variant is not seen in the United States. Next slide. So the bottom line of all of this, the prevalence of the Mu and the C.1.2 variant is extremely low in the United States, 0.5% for Mu and nothing for the C.1.2, because the Delta variant continues to dominate. As always, we will continue to closely monitor these and other emerging variants. But the most important thing we can do to protect against any variant, be it Delta, Mu, or C.1.2, is to get vaccinated, which has always been our predominant message. I'll now hand it over to Dr. Murthy.